Today we're going to look at how to make real money with Roblox development. Not just Robux that you can use to buy virtual hats, but actual money you can spend anywhere. Now, this isn't going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. It demands skill and dedication. Roblox has opened doors for developers around the world to earn a living by doing what they love, and that's what matters. You have to do it if you love it. So here are 4 proven strategies to transform your talents into profit. Let's begin. First up, commissions. Now I'm sure you've heard this before, it's a very smart entry point for beginners. That's why it's talked about so much. This is where you're paid to build, script, design, or do other work for other developers. Think custom weapon systems, polished maps, or sleek UI. You will get immediate payment for your work, there's no gambling on whether a game is going to be successful, plus you will get a growing portfolio and industry contacts. So how do you start off by doing commissions, especially if you're not well known? You have to create a concise portfolio. Now, personal projects work fine. You just have to show off what you can do. Join Roblox development Discord servers where skills are in demand. Explore the dev forum section for opportunities. As long as you stay professional, meet deadlines, and start with smaller gigs to build your credibility, you should start to be earning in no time. Now, rates of payment can be modest, but they will climb fast with experience. Clear documentation is your edge. Explain your work well, and clients will keep coming back, especially if you're trustworthy and, like I say, if you get stuff done on time. This path just naturally connects you with established developers, and it will set the stage for bigger opportunities. The next method is building your own games. And this is the high stakes, high reward option. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying to rival Adopt Me or Brookhaven or any other popular Roblox game straight out the gate, even if you think you can do so. Because let's be honest, whilst those developers were learning and building those games, you were still playing Fortnite. It's just impossible to compete with them, especially if you're a new developer. Compact and focused games which you can finish in a short space of time without losing your mind. Now, this can be frustrating, especially if you've got a big, grand game idea. And I was the same. I had loads of huge games that I wanted to start working on when I was new. But trust me, it's actually better because the great thing about Roblox is that simple games are usually what win and do well. And you can find that even in a short development time, days, even weeks, you can build a game that can rival the ones that are on the front page. That's the beauty of Roblox. Why build your own games? Well, game passes and developer products will give you steady income. Plus these days, there's also premium payouts. This means Roblox will pay you depending on how long players play your game for. You'll also keep full creative control, and a hit game can scale to serious earnings whilst building you a loyal player base. But there are of course risks. Most games barely get noticed. Development can drag on and on, especially if you're a new developer and you're naive. Marketing can be tricky, it's hard to make a game stand out, especially if you don't have much money to begin with, and updates are a long-term commitment. If you create a game and it becomes successful, you can't just move on to the next game. You have to keep on creating updates and content to satisfy your players. Otherwise, they're going to stop playing and move on to other games. This is where teaming up with other developers can help. Scripters normally pair with builders to split the load and boost quality, and the connections that you've made from doing commissions are often what spark these partnerships. Reach out to respected developers with thoughtful messages, and you'd be surprised, many will reply and want to mentor talent who they trust. But expect early failures. Each one will sharpen your coding, design, and player insight. Success on Roblox hinges on simple, well-executed mechanics, not overcomplicated messes. Method number 3, building games to sell. Now this is a practical choice for skilled developers who'd rather not babysit a live project. You craft a game to a functional state. Usually this means you're following someone else's guidelines, so you don't really have to think about how the game's going to be and the different mechanics of the game. You just have to script them. And once you've done that, you sell it to another developer or group, and they'll handle the rest. Ownership, updates, marketing, it's none of your business. You've cashed out up front. Now the pricing can vary. You could earn 50 to 100k Robux for basic frameworks, 250k to 500k for standout features, or over $1 million for robust, proven games. The trade-off though? If the game explodes after you've sold it, you miss the windfall, but a guaranteed pay lets you focus on refining your craft. Success demands well-documented code, modular systems for easy expansion, enough content to prove the game's potential, and clear terms of sale. It's a clean transaction with no strings attached. The next method is selling assets. Now Roblox has a huge marketplace of builders, 3D artists, and scripters. People are always looking for some kind of asset, which you can provide if you have the skills. Think 3D models, UI kits, animations, particle effects, or other scripted systems. The best sellers usually tackle some kind of problem or pain point, like detailed environment packs for builders, or UI packs for developers who can't be bothered or don't have the skills to create buttons or other UI elements. Why does this work? Well, it's simple. You create it once and sell it forever. This is passive income with less effort than building a full game, and it will carve out a niche reputation for you in the Roblox community. Just focus on quality, not quantity. What you want to do is create value and become a respected name. And keep your assets updated to stay relevant. If you do this every few months, then you've got a low barrier way to start earning and building your name. So how do these methods stack up? Well, each method fits a different pace and goal, and it depends where you're at in your Roblox developer journey for which one you want to do. Commissions are your fast track. They're steady pay for the hours you put in, low risk, however it's tied to your availability and can't really scale beyond a certain point. It's perfect for getting started and building skills without stress. But creating your own games is the big leap. It's got huge potential if it takes off, but it will demand serious time, skill, and a stomach for uncertainty, as most titles struggle to find an audience. Building games to sell strikes a perfect balance. You invest a solid chunk of effort up front, lock in a guaranteed payout, and move on. Though you'll need to hunt down the right buyer and make sure you do your due diligence to prevent you from being scammed. Selling assets keep things leaner. It's quick to produce, offers a steady income over time with less pressure, but you're up against a crowded, saturated market. So what is the best method? Well, smart Roblox developers don't just pick one. They do them all at different points in their career. Perhaps they do commissions to kick things off, build their name and earn some early Robux to sharpen their craft. Perhaps they then create some assets to build a passive stream of income, create some games which they sell to earn some more cash, and then once they have enough, they invest in building their own original projects. It's about playing to your strengths. You don't have to do all of these. Just do the ones that suit you the best, manage your risk, and stack opportunities as you grow. At its core, making money with Roblox development is about building skills and ultimately loving the craft. Cash follows expertise, so just focus on getting better, not necessarily chasing payouts all of the time. Passion is what will keep you in the game when the grind gets tough. But what's just as crucial? Building your network, because connections from commissions, collaborations, and mentorships open doors that you can't unlock alone. However, you can't be naive. We've got to remember that scams lurk in every corner of the internet, so always do your due diligence, vet clients, check reputations, and secure clear terms before you commit to anything. Master these and these 4 paths: commissions, games, selling, and assets. This will become your toolkit for real success on Roblox.